Okay, so poor lighting, and we are back at my fiance's house yet again. Looks like the autofocus is not really focusing. There we go. So we're just gonna wait and see if anybody shows up. Hey, Brittany! Are you still in Las Vegas? I feel so bad. Oh my god, this weekend, girl. Oh, this weekend. Not just the vampire ball. Personally, mainly. It's been a weekend. But yeah, are you still in Vegas? Oh man, I feel so bad that I missed you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I missed you. I've just been going through a lot personally. Hi Manny, hi Brianna. So glad you guys are joining. But yeah, I've just been going through a lot personally. It was so busy. Yeah, there's a lot going on in Vegas. Yeah. Hi Leilani. I'm doing okay. Like I said, there's just been a lot going on for me these past few days. Like, a lot. So, I'll tell Chase I said hi. But yeah, it's been crazy weekend. Vampire Ball was absolutely incredible. I had so much fun. I ended up, thank you so much, Manny. Thank you. And I forgot to turn off my notifications. Darn it. But yeah, it's the vampire ball itself was amazing, but but yeah, I ended up working it because they needed some extra help because one of their main people of the event had fallen ill, and so I decided to be like, hey, anything I can do to help, and I ended up helping out a lot, and it was still a lot of fun. I met this wonderful man named Victor Magnus, who was an incredible human being. He is just so incredibly smart and funny and absolutely nice. I absolutely loved working with him, especially for the Vampire Ball. It was absolutely awesome. I couldn't ask for a better experience. It really was awesome. Okay, Leilani, if you're going to be on the live stream, you got to act nice. And you got to act right. Children. But anyway, yeah, and don't take up the chat, the chat there, Leilani, too. I saw pics from the ball on your Instagram. It looked amazing and a lot of fun. Thank you, Brianna, for seeing that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. There were so many people with amazing, incredible outfits and everything. I wish I would have been able to live stream it so you guys could have seen like more about the ball itself. But maybe next year. The ball was at the Artisan, which is on Sahara, and it's a really beautiful hotel, and it's very gothic, very perfect for a vampire ball event. But yeah, it was really amazing and just absolutely awesome. There was a lot of music, a lot of people. It was so much fun. So much fun. And I'm already excited for next year. I hope, I'm sure Victor won't need my help as much next year because this was the first time for it to be in Vegas. So, of course, first time to run an event anywhere, you know, it's always going to be a little crazy and things are not going to go right. But, yeah, I'm sure next year he's probably not going to need my help. But I would still like to work with him again next year. I think it was a lot of fun. I got my official emissary pin for working the ball, so that was a lot of fun. But yeah, actually, there was something that actually I did want to go ahead and talk about here on YouTube here. I have the same sweatshirt. Hey! Twinsies. Yeah, it's actually really cold here. The storm that blew in, it's the thunder, the lightning, the rain. It was absolutely beautiful today here in Vegas. And so I was able to put on a hoodie again. So I love it when I get to put on a sweaters. Because Vegas here, it's like we get 9 months of summer pretty much. So whenever it gets really cold to put on something warmer, it's really nice. Maybe that's why my flight was delayed last night. There was a lot of flights delayed over the weekend and everything, yeah. So I don't know what's been going on, but there's a lot of really crazy weather happening, so I don't know. I do know that early this morning there was a storm that came in. I missed out on it, and because I slept in, because every time, it never fails. Hey, Tony, you haven't really missed much. You haven't missed much. Just been talking about how I had a really crazy weekend working the vampire ball. Yeah, when it gets cold in Florida, yeah. Whenever it gets like cloudy here, my body just wants to shut down and I sleep in unwillingly. But yeah, I was just talking about working the vampire ball and how amazing it was, and talking about how personally I've had a really crazy past couple of days. But sorry, my notifications are going crazy right now. Very sorry about that. I forgot to turn them off beforehand. But yeah, no, it was just a lot of crazy things have been happening for me as of late. It's like both good and bad, and it's not really something that I'm ever really going to talk about publicly just because it's so personal, which kind of sucks. I really wish I could talk to you guys about it because it's just been on my brain nonstop. So, but in any case, there is something that I did want to talk to you guys about that is also personal, that I do want to just be completely transparent with you guys as to what's going on with me personally. I mentioned before, yeah. Oh, thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Manny. Thank you. But yeah, one thing that I wasn't quite ready to talk about right away, of course, considering the circumstances and everything. But I am taking a change in my careers. I no longer work at the Haunted Museum. And so now I'm actually going into working graphic arts, or graphic design, I should say. So I'm going to be doing that. And I've been really actually wanting to get into something a lot more art related and everything. And this wasn't something that like I actually left the museum. I was actually asked to be not showing up anymore. Basically, I was fired. It was definitely nothing out of hard feelings or anything like that. It was all very, Zach was amazing. I have to say that. Zach was so kind, and he even offered to me that if I wanted to return later on, and that I was more than welcome to. And so I do want to say that Zach was absolutely so incredibly kind to me when it came to letting me go from working at the museum. But I am also thankful for it, because working at the museum was really hard, and a lot of it had to do with the hours of the day. I used to work a job where I would go to work 6 a.m. and get off at 2 p.m. And it was great because I had the rest of the day to get anything and everything I needed done. And when it came to working at the museum, I would go in at like 12:45 and work all the way until we closed, which could have been 9, could have been 10:30, sometimes even later. It was always just kind of pretty crazy with the hours and everything, and so it kind of wore on me. So yeah, it's okay. Thank you guys. You're so awesome. You're so sweet. But yeah, no, it was just definitely, I wasn't used to working directly, like face to face with the, oh, thank you, Brittany. I wasn't used to working directly face to face with the public. The last time I did was 6 years ago. And even back then, I used to get sick a lot because of people, traveling and everything, being sick. And so working at the museum, a lot of people would come into the museum sick. And we would be stuck with those people for an hour and a half. So I would always get sick because my immune system was not built up the way that it used to. And so I always called out sick because I was always used to being yelled at if I showed up at work sick. So yeah, so a lot of people would, like, in my old jobs, they would always be like, don't ever come in sick. You just call out. If you're sick, don't come here. We don't want you getting everybody else sick. So I was used to that. So I did call out sick a lot. And so that was the reason of my termination. So that, and I think that's also why Zach was very, very, very kind about letting me go and everything, because I did work very hard. When I was there, I worked very hard. I always wanted to give it my all and give it 100%. I was definitely someone that did not like just half-ass my job, which is something I've never done. I've never half-assed my job, but especially working at the museum, it's my favorite job. I mean, I loved working there. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever go back to working there, though. I mean, I know Zach had left that door open for me, but I think it's definitely time for me to take my career somewhere else. I haven't been able to focus on you guys. I haven't been able to focus on my channel, and I haven't been able to do anything that I've really been wanting to do. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the notifications here on this, because my best friends don't know how to not talk. So yeah. Anyway, okay. So hopefully that's a little bit better. But yeah, my friends are chatterboxes. But yeah, so as I was saying, I definitely am kind of happy about it, because I'm able to go off into the direction that I want to be at, and especially allowing me to be at home with my kids, which is definitely something I've missed. Where most people kind of at the museum are really rude. My group seemed pretty good. I thought we got really lucky. You know, actually, that's a really great question, because that was something that always bothered me personally. There were quite a few people that would actually come into the museum, and they would either be rude in ways that I guess they don't think was rude, which is like where they're talking to their significant other or their friend the entire time. And it's like, you paid the same amount that everyone else is paid to be here for an hour and a half long tour, and you are talking over me. I am the one here to give you the information. I am the one here to tell you what is here, and yet you're talking over me. Like, that's not okay. And it is very rude, because so many people come there and they want to have that experience. Yeah, and they would talk over their loved ones or anything. The thing, too, that would actually bother me the most, personally for me, maybe not for everyone that worked at the museum, but for me personally, the thing that bothered me the most were people that would, they would lag behind. And what a lot of people don't understand is that the tours at the museum, they are timed. And this is a system that they've developed since opening as a working system to make sure that people outside aren't waiting any longer than people who are already inside. You know, it's a system to make sure that people aren't waiting for too long to have their tour. And so it is timed. And so there's people that come in and they're like, no, I paid $44 to be here. I'm going to look at everything. And it's just like, well, that's nice, but everyone else has paid the same amount, if not more than you, because they brought other people along with that they paid for. So therefore, they paid more than you, and they want to see everything here as well, and they're keeping up with the rest of the group. So why are you straggling behind? That would always irritate me. People just like linger in the hallway. Yeah, because you're holier than everyone else. Yeah, exactly. It's like they would just stand there in the hallway and they would look at all the pictures and they would be like, who's this? And I'm just like, we don't know. It's decoration. Well, who's this? It's decoration. Well, why is this picture frame blank? Because it's blank. Well, what is this? That's a cello. Why is this in here? I don't know. It's a cello. It's there for decoration. Not everything has a story. Okay, well, why is this harp in this room? Well, I don't know why either, because not everything here has a story. I just said that. It's a haunted museum. It's a mystery. Exactly. So it was just like people would always point out things that had no story to them. The universe is telling you something great. Great question. I want to get into Wicca. But learning elements, and I feel I have a strong intuition and highly sensitivity. Wicca is great. I mean, there's a lot to Wicca, though. It's definitely not just something that it's kind of like Christianity, where a lot of people just kind of get into Christianity and they show up for church and worship and everything. It's definitely not like that. Oh, my voice acting. Yeah, that is something, too, that I want to pursue as well. I have a whole bucket list of things that I haven't been able to touch on since I started working. I was on a good roll of like knocking things out on my bucket list of things that I wanted to do, and I haven't been able to touch it since I started working. But yeah, voice acting and doing a stand-up is something that's on my bucket list that I hopefully will be able to film for you guys. But yeah, Wicca is definitely something that's not like Christianity in that sense where you can just show up to church and like learn about the Bible and everything. Christianity is very involved. It's very like you have to be a part of it and everything. You are playing D&D, sir. What are you doing on my live stream? That's my fiance. Can you make videos? Hell yeah, do it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually currently in the works of not only starting my lessons on learning graphic design, but also, excuse me, I still have a little bit of a cough. Oh, well, I love you too, my fiance. Love you too. I'm going to be starting my lessons on graphic design here very shortly. And, oh, girl talk videos. Those are fun. I would love to do that. Yeah. I have so many ideas for you guys. And you guys have been helping me so much, too, on more ideas. And I really seriously appreciate every single one. And I do see every single one. And I do want to do them all. I do. It's just... like I said, it's just these last couple of days after the ball, like a lot has kind of hit me on a personal level. That's just been kind of like making me go a little insane. So I've just been kind of working on figuring out my thoughts and figuring out how to handle that while also trying to get back on track. Sorry, my phone died. No, it's okay, Tony. It's all right. Don't be sorry. But, the thing is, I don't feel part of the church, and my bromance is here. Are you talking about Wicca church, or are you talking about Christianity church? Which one are you specifying there, Manny? And Brittany says, wasn't it a weird-ass weekend? Even being vacay there, I was like, what is this? Yeah! Oh, my God. This weekend was so weird. Like... anything and everything that could go wrong did, and then like it also kind of went wrong in a good way that's like, okay, well, that's shitty that this happened, but then that allows this to happen. If you get my meaning, I hope I'm making sense. I know I have a big glass of wine here, but it's mixed with a sangria soda thing, so it's not just wine. So just calm down, okay? Just calm down. But yeah, I hope I'm making sense. Yang yin, yin yang. Yes, Tony. Actually, I'm glad you mentioned the yin yang there, Tony. Yeah, with the bad comes the good, and the good comes the bad. Yeah, actually, I see what you mean there, Tony. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's kind of how this weekend was. This weekend was just so freaking crazy. And I hate to admit it, but I've been smoking a lot more because of everything. It's just been a little crazy. Very strange vibe in the city. Very strange. Yeah, it was a full moon too. Yes, exactly. Crazy things, definitely. But yes, one of the things that I'm really super happy about getting into the whole graphic design is that I'm going to be designing my logo. I'm going to be having a freaking official logo. So hopefully, eventually, soon, I'll be able to do merch. So yay! I hope so. I hope so. I'm not 100% sure yet. I feel like my channel's still a little bit small for me to get started on merch. But if that is something that you guys are interested in, of course, I would definitely do like a little special little thing just for like, you know, the OG people, you know. I smoked a lot less ying. And I'm making sense. Thank you, Manny. Thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe you could do like a monthly favorites video, like favorite food, drinks, jewelry, clothing items, etc. If that makes sense. Actually, I really do like that. Yeah, I see a lot of people do like monthly favorites videos, and it's usually like cosmetic products and everything. Yeah, and I'm always discovering new things. I'm always trying different things. That is one thing that I always tell myself is it never hurts to try. So I make myself try new things, and I end up having new favorites all the time. So yeah, I would definitely be able to do like a monthly favorites video. and just definitely make it like an actual spectrum of favorites and not just like favorite cosmetics, favorite clothing, just like do like a whole spectrum of like newly favorites and see where that goes. I'm just like, you guys are just so awesome. I really have to give my appreciation to you guys, because you guys are just like so here, and you guys are just, I'm so thankful to have you guys. I always run out of money when I try. Mandy, I'm sorry, I was trying to read your comment there. I'm sure it'll pop up here very soon though. And oh, of course.
Attack us.
Ah!
Back.
Okay, go back to your game. I love you. If you guys saw my Instagram story, I actually made cornbread for the first time. Let me see here. I've been smoking a lot too. Yeah, it's been crazy. Can I ask 2 questions about the museum? There were some things I didn't see and don't know why. I don't know if you would have the answers. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, I'm so glad you guys are happy about the merch idea. Like, oh my god, this makes me so happy. But yes, Brittany, go ahead and ask about the museum. I think I already know what your questions are going to be about, but I definitely would love to hear them. So ask away, Brittany. What game is he playing? He's playing Dungeons and Dragons. I think it's 5th edition. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know the terminologies. He's been trying to get me into it. I'm just like, I'm gonna play at least one game. Just I'm not really that into it. I like playing Shadows of Brimstone. If you guys ever heard of Shadows of Brimstone, it's an excellent board game. It's not as involved as Dungeons and Dragons, but it's still a lot of fun and it's really cool. So I'm down for t-shirts and hoodies. Hoodies would be fun too, but like here in Vegas, it's really hard to be able to have any hoodies to wear for very long. Why wasn't the psychic reading lady not there? I never saw her, and I never went to Zach's nightmare room that everyone talked about. Okay, okay, so real quick, what character are you gonna play as in D&D? A ranger, I think. I don't know. I don't know. Definitely the ranger that doesn't do magic, because magic's a little difficult for me. Twitch is definitely something I'm going to probably be getting onto. So, okay, when it comes to the psychic lady, the tarot reader, she hasn't been at the museum in a long time. Turns out that there was something of a issue. I'm not exactly sure the entire story of it. She had some family problems, I don't know if it was her mother, if it was health related or what it was, but she went away for about a month for a vacation, and then I saw her once after that, and then I didn't see her ever again. So I don't know whatever came of that. I don't know what that whole story is, but I do know when it comes to the nightmare room, the nightmare room actually is still there, and you do still see it at the museum. When you're at Peggy's room, it's that display that's to your right with all the mannequins and everything, and they have motion sensors and everything. I don't know if you guys got to see them move or anything, but we don't show also the Winchester tribute room, and I say we as if I still work there. They don't show the Winchester room or the Nightmare room anymore, because those 2 rooms are eventually going to be renovated for different exhibits. And I don't know what Zach ended up is going to be deciding on what's going to be there, especially now that I don't work there. I won't be able to talk about it. But there was a new exhibit that was opened up upstairs. I'm sure you guys saw it. The Kansas City Butcher little experience room. That room, I absolutely love that room. Granted, it's very dark, it's very twisted, but I loved that room for my tours. I would do a thing where I would talk about, like, look, this was a really dark and crazy man, and he did these really dark and crazy things to his victims, and we live in some really dark and crazy times. So be that example that you want to see out in the world. Always be kind to others around you, and always look for exits in every building and every room that you enter, because you'll never know when that can come in handy until it's too late. So my grandma Duggan knew him. Damn. Yeah, actually, one of the workers there, I can't remember who it was, one of the workers there had actually bought something from the Kansas City Butcher before it was known that he was the Kansas City Butcher. Yeah. Oh, shit, you're from Kansas. Damn. Yeah. It's crazy. That guy was insane. But yeah, that was part of my little spiel that I would do when it came to that room, because it was really dark and twisted, and it can be quite disturbing. I never gave anyone an option if they didn't want to go in. I made everyone go in because I'm one of those. But and it was just that room that I made everyone go in. I straight up told them, I'm like, no, we are going in this room, and it is very dark, but you enter with an open mind. Thank you, Sarah. I'm done with the museum questions. No problem, Brittany. And thank you for asking. And I'm so glad that you got to enjoy it there. But yeah, I do miss it. I do miss my job, and I do miss a lot of the people that work there, but I'm still in contact with a lot of them, and they're all really super kind to me and everything. So, I mean, of course, you can't get along with everyone that you work with, but for the most part, everyone there is absolutely amazing, and they're just very, very kind, genuine people, for the most part. But yeah, so I definitely don't have anything to say bad about the museum, and I definitely did not leave on any bad terms. It was all very good. It was all very positive, and I'm just very happy to... Yeah, Shaylee is awesome. Shaylee is super sweet too, and an amazing cook. She makes some really good food. She's made us vegan muffins. She's made us vegan burritos and everything. She's an amazing cook, but an amazing makeup artist too. I must say, she is quite talented. But I'm gonna have yeah, she is very pretty. Shaylee is very naturally beautiful. I've even seen her without her makeup on. She is still quite stunning, I must say. Shaylee is a beautiful person. Beautiful inside and out, and I must say that, because she is very sweet. Very sweet. But yeah. April Schwartz, hi, from Atlanta, Georgia. Hi! So glad for you to join us, April. My sister's name is April. Oh, thank you, Manny. You're so sweet. But yeah, I'm actually really excited to mainly get into graphic design, because I haven't drawn in a long time. You talented. Thank you, Manny. Thank you. I haven't drawn in a long time. I used to draw a lot, and I haven't drawn... A good name. Thank you. Mercy March merch. Mercy March merch. Were you trying to say merchy merch? That's okay, Brittany. It's okay. I think it's adorable. But yeah, I'm so excited to be able to get back into drawing, and my fiance was so kind to get me a very early Mother's Day gift where I got a drawing tablet for the computer, and I'm just so excited. I really can't wait to use it. The last time I had a tablet like that connected to the computer to draw was, oh my God, I think I was 18. Yeah, I think I was 18 the last time I had it, and I was able to use it, and then Windows XP was like no longer the thing. Then it was like Windows 7, I think, and I was just like, nothing was compatible with that, and I was just like, but I liked Windows XP, and now my tablet doesn't work anymore. Good question. Do you believe in fairies, dragons, and he's the man? Oh, thank you, Brianna. Oh, that's cool. I want one of those. Oh, shoot. Oh, what was that last one? I'm so sorry. I'm trying to read everybody's comments. Sorry. Which one of those? What were you talking about, April? If I can make words and sentences and stuff. So sorry, but yeah. I'm just going to wait for the comments to come back. We have a very active audience tonight. I'm really loving it. You guys are awesome. Every time you guys are awesome. By the way, Ah, thank you, Tony. Do you like research history of possible haunted items? Okay, so when it comes to fairies, dragons, I have a theory about dragons. I have a theory about fairies. Fairies are definitely more of a mythical creature that kind of just like terrorizes your stuff in your home. I actually currently believe that there is some kind of either fairy or a brownie or gnome or something that's in my house right now that's moving shit, and it's really irritating me because I was looking for my pipe the other day and I was actually looking very hard for it. I was looking at everything, and then right when I went to bed, there it was right next to my bed, and I was just like, that's funny because I looked right there, so there's no way that I could have just looked right over it. I don't know. Weird things are happening. I love research. I love history and all kinds of things. I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram, but I recently ordered a book on, sorry, I'm just trying to get that autofocus. What is wrong? It's like focusing and then not focusing. It's really weird. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I got a book on young Las Vegas, which is about 1905 to 1930 something or other. And it is, it's everything. It's everything. Oh, he's the man. He's your man, meant to say. Oh, a tablet that can draw. Yeah, April. The tablets are amazing to draw with for the computer. What happened at the vampire ball? I'll talk about the vampire ball here in just a second because I do want to talk about it. It was so much fun. Sorry. I are having issues because you worked at the museum. No, I never had personal issues when it came to working at the museum. April, I'm very sorry to tell you, but I unfortunately no longer work there. But during the time that I did work there, I never had any problems of anything following me home. But a lot of that has to come with you have to be like very firm in your beliefs, like very true in your beliefs, and knowing that that is fact for you, and also taking precaution measures like salt lines and saging and everything. That does help, but it also has to do with a lot of your mind. When you allow any thoughts of like, oh my God, something is following me home, that kind of allows that to follow you home. Yes, the book that I got about young Las Vegas. Oh my God. Okay, so little rewind here. Several years ago, when I was a kid. Hey, Jack. So glad of you to join us today. I'm about to get on a little spiel here. So back when I was a kid, long time ago, I actually went to an elementary school that was named after a very particular person who actually was a huge part in developing Las Vegas. And as time went on, the school did a lot of renovating and everything. They changed it. There's only one original building from like the 1940s or 60s that is still standing there at the building here today, or at the lot, I should say. Everything else has been changed and renovated. There's only one original building. But yeah, I noticed when my kids started going there, the portrait of the guy that the school was named after wasn't there. And I was like, huh. But every school that I ever went to had a portrait of the person that the school was named after. And that guy's portrait wasn't there after they did the renovation. So I went back there to the main office much later, and I was just like, okay, where is this photo? Sure enough, they have like this little dinky photo. Like, I kid you not, it's like this big, that tall, in like this huge, oh no. Please come back. Please come back. What is happening? Come on, YouTube. If you guys can hear me at all, I am so sorry that the screen has frozen. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I don't see the comment section or anything. Oh no. Seems to be kind of stuck. Oh, good. Okay, you guys can still hear me. Okay. I can still see the comments too. I don't know why the image itself is frozen. Yeah, that's so weird. I don't know why it's frozen like that. It's so weird. But, I mean, I guess just to kind of tell you guys here real quick. Yeah, I ended up finding the picture very small in the office. And I decided to start taking it upon myself to find out who this guy was and who he was to Las Vegas. You're Well, I'm glad it's not disconnected. Hopefully the image will come back here. I'm glad you guys can still hear me though. But yeah, so I really hope the image comes back. But yeah, just to let you guys know, it started me on this kind of whirlwind of research on this guy that I ended up finding hardly anything about him. Like, it was like he'd never existed. And I ended up having to find like archived websites and everything just to find out who he was and what he did for Las Vegas. And I was still only able to find very, very little things. So it led me on this kind of determination. Yeah, it kind of led me on this determination trail of being able to figure out who this guy was and what he did for Las Vegas. Now, to kind of come full circle, it'd be kind of funny if you were giving us the finger. It would be hilarious. That would be perfect timing, though. I'm kind of glad that I'm not, though, because you guys are too awesome for me to be flipping you guys off. But, Spokane, Washington, frozen frame. Sorry about that, Tony. But yeah, I'm so glad that you guys can still hear me. So I will let you guys know, full circle. This past weekend, as I mentioned, I met this wonderful man named Victor Magnus, who was an incredible human being. He does research as part of his profession. He's very good at it. He knows how to do it completely well and very thorough as well. So I told him my dilemma, and he took it upon himself to look up all this information, and he found way more than I ever had been able to find. And it was just in the way that he went about it. He showed me this different way of doing the research and finding the information that I needed to find. So he taught me a lot about researching and finding things in a different way that works. And he even did find it strange that it's still very hard to find any information about him. So I am actually still on this hunt of this information and everything. And I will be doing a full-length video about this because it is quite fascinating how it's so hard to find any information about this one individual that a school is named after. And he actually was a huge part in developing Las Vegas too, so it doesn't make any sense. So that's why I purchased that book, because there is supposedly there's some information about him in there. And I just got the book today, so I'm going to be doing a lot of reading into that book to find out if there is any information about him. It's so weird, Brittany. It's so weird. It's almost like they're kind of, yeah, like he disappeared, but also like they're just sweeping under the rug of this guy's existence. Yeah, I mean, Victor Magnus is incredible. He is so amazing, so brilliant, and I had so much fun working with him at the Vampire Ball. But yeah, it's so fascinating. I really hope that you guys enjoy this video that I'm working on for you. It's gonna be a long one. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be quite long, but I am definitely gonna be going through all the details about this guy, about this individual and everything, and doing what I can to make it like almost kind of like a mini documentary for you guys, because that's my goal. Yeah, oh, you like long videos. I'm so glad you like long videos, Brittany. Yeah, but yeah, it's going to be like a mini documentary where I'm going to be going into all this detail and everything. I have quite a few places that I still need to visit, and it's going to be a little difficult, but it's still going to take some time. Hopefully by this summer, I like your research, says Tony. Thank you so much, Tony. But yeah, hopefully by this summer, I will be able to get you guys that video where it will be this whole extensive mini documentary about this one individual. And maybe it might even be a series where I'll look into other individuals in Las Vegas that have been these huge forefather figures for Las Vegas and see what all I can find on them. But definitely it all kind of started with this one guy, and it's so crazy. I can't wait either, April. I'm sure your video will be amazing, says Brianna. Thank you so much. You guys are so awesome. I'm seriously, I feel so blessed to have you guys as my viewers. You guys are so incredible, and I'm so thankful to have you guys. You guys are seriously what drives me. You guys are my core in doing these live streams and doing videos and still doing this. So I like you too, Tony. I love you guys so much. You guys are so awesome. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream since the video is frozen. But I love you guys so, so very much. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. And I'll be talking to you guys a lot more. I'll be doing more live streams throughout this week. No, you guys are awesome. You guys, all of you, April, Tony, Brianna, Brittany, Pearl. I know Pearl's not here, but Pearl is amazing too. Manny, you're awesome. Kirby is usually always here, and he's not here today. But yes, you guys are so awesome. I feel so honored to have you guys. So you guys rock on. Thank you. You guys get some rest. I'll be seeing you guys later this week. And yin yang is a balance, and the balance lies within yourself. I love you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.